Hello and welcome to Raw Slow Gaming and our Let's Play series of Bath City Football Club in Football Manager 2019. So far we are in our second season here in Vanarama League South and are currently placed 6th in the league, having underperformed more or less the whole season so far. And we'll try to change that in this episode. We'll do our best, and we are starting with a pretty easy match, should be here, against Gosport Borough at home, who are 21st in the league, so second to last. So it should be an easy game here, but we'll never know. And we'll get into that. We'll have here our star player, Ryan Brandt, and he wants a new contract, and we'll ask Don Ball to sort it out, and we'll see if that fix it. And unfortunately it doesn't, so we'll discuss the issue with Brandt himself, and he's pleased with us taking the time to do so. So anyway, if you do like this series, please smash that like button. It will really help me or help us a lot, and help me know that you like what we're doing here. And also do leave a comment just about anything, and what mistakes are due or something you want to see different here in this series and so on. And we passed the month here, so we have made a small loss here of 6k the last month, so we are not bleeding money, but we are struggling here to make a profit. And that was not the case last season. Really, we did make a pretty good profit here all throughout the season, with only 1 month that made a loss, except the months outside the season, so to say. So far this season we have only made a profit 1 month or 2 months, but more been under the line, so to say, unfortunately. But yeah, that's due to us having very high wages at the moment. And let's see here, we'll don't comment about John Mills at the moment, who are a bit worried that he will not be in the team. He's already ain't in the team, so that's really not an issue, so to say. And also, if you haven't done so, do make sure to hit that subscribe button as well, so you don't miss out on any of the new episodes coming out to you daily here at Raw Slow Gaming. So our board confidence are not the greatest at the moment. We have, let's see here, the only thing we have a bit better than 50% is competition, really, and finances is pretty darn bad, and matches is as well. And transfer and tactics is actually pretty decent though, so hopefully we can improve our rating or confidence with the board here throughout the season moving forward, since we really hope to pick up the form, which ain't good enough at the moment. And we have in here on one of our under 18s player, so that doesn't matter that much. And we have the draw here for the English FA Trophy Cup. So let's draw here, and we end up at home against Leyton Orient, unfortunately, who are 4th in the tier above us in National League. So it will be a pretty tough game, and we'll definitely arrange extra time if Leyton Orient agrees on that as well. And they do, so there will be extra time in that match if it ends up equal, instead of having a return meeting away or in Leyton Orient. So that will help us to improve the chance to get a result, I feel. So that's pretty nice. So not much happening here. We'll just keep on moving forward to the next game, and we'll see if we'll do some substitution or change around in the lineup. We don't really do that much. We like to play our strongest team more or less, no matter how well they are performing, but yeah, we'll maybe switch things around a little bit, but we'll see here. And we have here 2 players that aren't are paid too much according to our assistant manager, and I can definitely agree on our keeper here, but Oliver seems definitely not to be paid that much too much, since he's only earning 600 euro per month, so that's all right. And let's see here. We'll choose here that we won't force him to stay, so basically we'll allow him to leave if any offer comes in, even for free. I don't really care. It will be good to get him out of the team due to lowering the wage, but this is not really that good, though, that we have several players unhappy with my comment there, but yeah, can't always have all of the team with us. Sometimes we have them against one, you could say. So let's go through the scouting meeting here. So we'll have check here, or if we have any interesting player, and that's not the case here. And we have no special pre-match tactical advice from our assistant manager that we need to think about, and we are clear favorites here according to the bookmakers in the upcoming game. And we have another under 18s that get an injury, and we have an average training rating last week of 7.16, so an all right training week, but not much more. And we have Brandt here again, improving on a few attributes and losing on a few different. And I guess he's only been improving on his key stats and losing in non-key stats, so that's actually overall pretty decent. And we have Tom Ball here improving on all his stats, but basically just taking back what he lost last month. So that's pretty nice, and University improving a little bit, and several players improving a little bit here. And let's take a look here. So we'll criticize Batten here for poor performance in training, and Freeman as well. All players under 6.5 are not doing their job good enough. So that's everything there. So we'll go to the team selection and then to the match here. First we'll let all players that need match sharpness to play in the under 23s for 60 minutes per match until they are match fit. So let's see here. So we will definitely want to play Hayden and Hutton and Spencer Adams here to try and get Hayden and Spencer Adams a good relationship or playing together. Now definitely University, and this is the best lineup we do have, and we want Adeloy and Brandt to get a good relationship as well together, since they are definitely the best lineup we do have. And yeah, let's go to the match and hope for a good result here. We do really have a very strong team, but yeah, we haven't really shined so far in the league. I think one of the problems might be that we have 2 similar center midfielders that are both central midfielder attacker, and none of them are a playmaker or something like that. or playmaker in a different role, so that's not the greatest. And the highlight here in the 8 minutes, and it's a long shot from Go Sport, and it just hit the top of the bar. So pretty lucky there, one could say. And these green boxes, we do make the changes, and Stewart with the free kick here, and he do hit the post or the bar as well, and Adeloy is to the rebound, and it's a goal here for Bath City Football Club, and he makes his first goal here for us. So very nice free kick there from Stewart, and what the keeper then does when it hit the bar, I don't really know, but we can't complain that we get an early goal. And we get some sort of injury here on Paxman, so we'll put in Sangari instead, just to make sure that he's not injured too long, or that it get worse, so to say. So the first half scoreline is 1-0 for Bath City versus Go Sport, and shots is 7-2, shots on target 61, and possession 59-41%. So overall, a very good first half here for us actually. We could maybe have had a bigger lead here, more than just one goal. Hopefully we can manage to get in a few more goals here in the second half, and we have all players performing pretty well. We have Brunt here though that is not having his best game, but maybe that will change here in the second half. So we have a free kick from Go Sport here, but it was wide and high. We do have another small injury here, I say, on Adeloy, so we'll put in Malaluz instead as a poacher. So we'll have to wait with our last substitution and let that be if we get even another injury or something like that, or maybe take Sparta off just so we don't get a second yellow card. And we did have our free kick there that looked a bit dangerous, but not much happening in there. And we have Stewart here with the corner to Malaluz, putting it back to Rigg, just outside the penalty area, and he shoots. And what happened there? We missed the rebound. Looked like a sure thing there to have an open goal, but not the case. So Stewart with the corner again, and to Rigg, and the cross to Brunt, and Brunt scores! It's a goal here for Bath City anyway, so making it 2-0 here for Bath City versus Go Sport. So very nice goal there by Brunt, and a very nice cross there as well. So very happy about that, and we'll don't make any changes here last minute. We'll not bother with that, so we'll have 1 minute more here on the clock, and I should have the final whistle now in a second. I guess this will be the highlight, just to bring it to the final whistle, which should be pretty much right now. Or is it a chance here for Go Sport? It might be. No, it's offside, and the final whistle should be right here before the free kick, or we'll see. So waiting still here on something to happen, and that's the final whistle. So a little bit glitched there, I think, or something. But anyway, the final scoreline then is 2-0 for Bath City versus Go Sport, and shots is 18-3, shots on target 10-1, possession 57-43%. So overall, very happy with the result and how the team played, really. And all players with a pretty good rating, so can't say that I find really anything to complain about in that match. Sure, we could maybe have scored a couple of more goals, but overall pretty good result here. And so we move up here one position here, I believe, up to 5th place, and we are still 12 points behind Wellstone, the title leaders at the moment, or league leaders. So we're still in it with a chance to win, but we really need to be better or more precise than if that's going to be the case. And we have an attendance here of 644 to the game, which is really not that great. And we have Adeloy out for 2 to 3 days and Paxman as well. And we have apparently got 6k for the transfer of Anthony Mamola, which is something we haven't done. I don't really remember this, but apparently this is a striker who went to Cheltenham and that last season or something. Very strange, very strange. Well, I don't know what's the case there really, but yeah, it seemed like a player that we definitely would have liked to keep to ourselves a little bit longer if we had the chance, but yeah, don't know what's the case there. Maybe you guys know what I have missed if you have watched everything, but I'm yeah, I said unsure about what it could be. So anyway, now we have a pretty long break here. We have 9 days to our next game against Havant and WE at the away as a away team, and they are 17th in the league, so 16th should be a pretty easy game, but you never quite know. Hopefully we can get a good result here, no matter the case. We get some play development advice here. We get nothing really special here to think about. We get a player here who's have a little bit more potential, but really not good enough anyway. All players are better than Vanarama National South actually. Considering that, let's take a look here at the season preview. It should be updated with the stats here. So we're still here pretty, let's say we should be among the top 5 here, definitely looking at the odds here, maybe top 7. And we have Wellstone who are leading, who are 8 according to the bookmakers, who are having a really good season so far. And hopefully we can get one of those sort of run-ins sooner or later, where we win all games for quite a time, and that could move us up the league table. Anyway, here's another scout meeting, so let's go through it. So nothing special to see here. No, not the case. So we'll also get the training report here very shortly, I guess, from last week, which we will take a look at and see if it was any good in training last week. So we had an average training rating here of 7.29, which is pretty decent. So let's take a look here at the individual level and see if we have anything special here to praise or criticize. Probably should be time here to do another praise for the players that are training well. So let's do that. So we'll praise Oliver here on Malaluz, Lewis, and well, all players here above or around 8 at least, and we'll think about who we want to praise more. We'll praise here to Batten. I feel is a pretty good level. To 7.7 in training is pretty darn nice. So we'll praise all those players and have a look here at the bottom. So we have Stern that we don't care about, and even can't praise or criticize, and Mills is the same really. So that will be everything then, pretty much. So again, we'll set all players available for under 23s for 60 minutes per match that need match sharpness until they are match fit. So here our assistant manager have arranged a pretty good under 23s game, which should net us pretty good attendance money, so that's pretty nice. And for the under 18s as well, which are against Sheffield Wednesday and Leicester, for the under 23s and under 18s, should be pretty good money for both games actually. But I guess that is something we will see at the end of the month or at the beginning of next month, the financial result for this month, that will show then, I guess. So I believe this is one of the days, or that day in the game, that always take a little bit longer to load or go through, no matter the case. So that's how it is here. And yeah, we'll get into selecting the team for next game here very soon. I don't think we'll do any changes for this game either. Especially considering that overall all players performed pretty well actually in the last match, and we have had a pretty long break here also, so shouldn't be any players that are too tired to play or something like that. But we'll of course have a look at the team once we get to the team selection. So should be pretty soon. The game hasn't actually stopped or crashed, just so you know, and neither has the video or something like that. So it should be rolling on pretty darn soon. So this is that day of every year that is a little bit extra time to process for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Might be with something of rolling over seasons in some other countries that are in the database, but I'm not sure at all actually. If you look it up, you might get the answer, of course, I guess. But anyway, now it's paused, so we'll get pretty fast here to the game against Havant and Waterloo. So let's check the inbox here. So we lost both the games against Sheffield Wednesday and Leicester, which isn't any strange at all. It really should be the case. And we have the pre-match technical advice here from our assistant manager. So let's follow the team instructions to add to improve the chance of result here. And actually we should maybe take in consideration here for some free kicks. So let's see here. So for corners we have Carl Stewart, who are best and should be alright here. So let's change here for attacking free kicks. So we should have Stewart first, and that is the case. And defending free kicks, yeah, we'll not really worry about that. And here we have different routines, or one routine. This is something we could dive into, I guess, and make different routines and things, but I'm not really that up to par with the tactical ways in this game. So if that is something you'd like to see, do make a comment about it, and I will for sure consider it at least, or move in with doing a lot more tactics. And we'll ask Dunball here to try and sort the unhappiness with Lewis, and we'll speak with him on he's alright after that, so that's pretty good. And I guess that he would like a bit more playing time, but yeah, he's really a backup player, especially now with Hayden as well. So the whole defensive line is actually new here from last season, or more or less the whole squad is actually. So now only players from last season is Ryan Brandt, Stewart, and Sean Rigg here actually. And let's see here, we have all players that are fit. We have Adeloy, who are not in the greatest condition, but it's alright. And we have all the rest players are all fit, and we have the best players, or the players that we want here on the bench, I feel. So let's submit the team here and go to the match and hope for a good result. So let's kick off and play. We have a highlight here in the 5th minute. It's Brandt with the throw-in and to Stewart, and it's a goal here for Bath City Football Club against Havant and Waterville in the 5th minute. So a very, very good start here for us. I'm very happy about that, and a good pass or cross there from Brandt, and a very nice header from Stewart. So overall a very nice goal and a very nice start there for Bath City Football Club. And here is another highlight here in the 20 minute. So we have Paxman passing, doing a bad pass, and it's a long ball up to their striker, and it's 1-on-1 versus our keeper. The keeper gets his hands on it, but only to steer it into goal still. So they equalize here, Havant and Waterville, so it's 1-1 for Bath City versus Havant and Waterville. So overall, not the greatest of defending or goalkeeping there. He should have saved that for sure, I feel. And we have Hutton have done a very bad throw in there, I guess. Who's to blame for the goal, and that's why he got so low rating. We won't switch him out for just that reason yet though. And we have Paxman with the ball, and he shoots, and it's a goal here for Paxman and Bath City Football Club, making it 2-1 for Bath City versus Hammond and Waterville. So again, Brandt with his throw-in and getting the ball, not getting the ball back, but a bad clearing there from the players of Hammond and Waterville, and Paxman making the best of the chance that we got there for free. So very nice stuff. And we'll actually switch Hutton out here just because he's getting worse and worse in his ratings. I'm not entirely sure why, but we'll bring on Lewis there instead. So that's the end of the first half. So the scoreline is 2-1 for Bath City versus Havant and Waterville, and shots are 6-1, shots on target is 5-1, and possession is 46-54%. So overall, pretty good half so far. We did have Hutton here with a mistake and a pretty darn poor rating, but overall all the other players are performing well. So let's just start the second half here, and we'll do a regular substitution around the 60-minute mark here if we do get a chance, so to say. And Havant and Waterville get a free kick here straight away just outside the penalty area. Let's see if it's anything dangerous, and that's not the case. It was a very poor shot that actually looked like a bit more like a cross. And speaking of cross, here is a corner from Stewart. The cross don't make it, but Stewart get a second chance, and here's the cross into Brunt, and Brunt scores. It's now 3-1 here for Bath City versus Havant and Waterville. So a very nice goal there by Brunt, and very nice to see him getting on the score sheet. So a very good cross there, and a very good header getting up there between the two defenders by Brunt. So very nice stuff there, and very nice to see him having a very good game. So we're approaching the 60-minute mark here, and we'll do a substitution. I think we'll bring off Adeloy here and put on Madlalus instead. So just since he's a bit tired, Adeloy, and rest him for the upcoming game against Leyton Orient. So here's another highlight, and it's the ball with Brunt, I believe, and he made a long pass, but that didn't make it, and the ball going back and forth here a bit, and now the ball is in the hands of Havant and Waterville, and they are one-on-one versus the keeper, but not really, and our keeper saves, and we managed to get hold of the ball here, not letting it out for a goal kick. And do we have a second chance for Waterville? We do, and it's a goal here for Havant and Waterville, unfortunately, making it 3-2 here for Bath City versus Havant and Waterville. So a very good long through ball there, and a very nice header in to the middle. Don't know what Spencer Adams did there. Looked like a pretty bad miss there in the defense, actually. So we'll make that change, and we'll not do any more changes here. We'll just make sure that we have a player if we need to, if we get one injury or something like that. And we have another chance here, or highlight here, in the 85-minute mark. Unfortunately, it looks to be for Havant and Waterville, and it's a cross, and they put it just wide. Very good for us, and stuff starting to look very dangerous here. And we have another highlight here in the 90-minute mark, and it looks to be for Havant and Waterville again, and they score. Unfortunately, they drop in an equalizer here in the 90-minute mark. A very nice low shot there, and once again our defense and our team is falling together here. Don't know why. Can't blame the keeper there, but I don't know why or how Sylvester there could be so open and free, and yeah, unfortunately we seem to be not getting the result we deserve, or need, not deserve maybe, but need here once again. And that's the final scoreline, or a full-time whistle. So the final scoreline is 3-3 here for Bath City versus Havant and Waterville, and shots 9-9, shots on target 7-7, and possession 49-51%. So after that good first half, we totally collapse, you could say, especially after we got a pretty early goal there in the second half. And yeah, we will have basically all our defenders not having a good game here in the second half. And yeah, I don't really know what to say, but once again we lose to or drop points to a team that we shouldn't have. And we're still 5th here in the league, but now we are 14 points behind Wellstone, the league leaders. So once again, we will have a very tough time here trying to take this back throughout the season, with now pretty much half the season gone. We have one more game and then it will be exactly half the season. And we'll see the mail here. No, nothing special. So that will be everything for this episode. Do remember to smash that like button if you have liked what you've seen here, and also do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the new content that we bring to you daily here at Raw Slow Gaming. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.